Today we will be learning about what are food additives. Starting a topic with the introduction part. What are food additives? Food additives are the substances added to food to preserve flavor or enhance taste, appearance or other sensory qualities. Some additives have been used for centuries as part of an effort to preserve food. For example, vinegar for pickling, salt for salting, smoke for smoking, sugar for crystallization, etc. With the advent of processed foods in the second half of the 20th century, many additives have been introduced of both natural and artificial origin. Food additives can be derived from plants, animals, or minerals, or they can be synthetic. So, mainly, they are added intentionally to gain desired properties or quality in the food. Moving to the next slide. What are the classification of food additives? Food additives are classified into two types. They are direct food additives and indirect food additives. Direct food additives. These are the additives added to a food for specific purpose in that food. Example synthetic color, flavor enhancer, etc. The direct food additives can be identified on the ingredient label of the food that we get in the market. The above picture shows various food additives like sweeteners, thickener, flavor enhancer, emulsifier, etc. that are added directly in the food, or we can say that they are added intentionally in the food. The second one is indirect food additives. These are the additives that become the part of the food in trace amount due to packing, storage, or other handling. So basically, the indirect food additives get added unintentionally in the food in trace amount. That's why it is important for food packaging manufacturers to prove to the US Food and Drug Administration, that is FDA, that all material coming in contact with food are safe before they are permitted for use. Moving to the next slide. What are the types of food additives that are added in the food? The first one is chemical preservatives. A food additive which prolongs the shelf life of a food by protecting against deterioration caused by microorganisms. It stops microbes from multiplying and spoils the food. Sodium chloride has been used for centuries to prevent the spoilage of foods. So basically, food preservatives are used to slow or prevent changes in color, flavor, or texture and delay rancidity of the food. The above picture is the example of sodium benzoate, which is a common preservative added in the food. And the second is the pickling process, where salt and acetic acid or vinegar are used to preserve food. Moving on to the next slide. What are fortifying agents? Food fortifications or enrichment is the process of adding micronutrients, that is essential trace of elements and vitamins, to food. There are two types of food fortification. First one is mandatory and second one is discretionary. For mandatory food fortification, FDA has established guidelines. They were intended to help boost vitamin and mineral intake with foods that adults and children were already eating, like grains and milks. So basically, most food fortifying agents are vitamin and minerals, and in some cases, essential amino acids and proteins. The given picture is of Tata Salt Plus, which is an iron fortified iodized salt specially formulated to provide 50% lower sodium than regular salt, has more sodium, which is bad for health. Moving on to the next slide. Emulsifiers. A food emulsifier, also called an emulgant, is a surface active agent that acts as a border between two immiscible liquids such as oil and water, allowing them to be blended into stable emulsions. Emulsifiers have one water-loving, that is hydrophilic, and one oil-loving, that is hydrophobic end. Emulsifiers are used in creams and sauces, bakery and dairy products. So basically, emulsifier helps to reduce thickness, control crystallization and prevent separation. Given image has two cup of mayonnaise. First one with emulsifier, second one does not have emulsifier in it. In first cup, Emulsifier helps to maintain a stable emulsion of oil and water, thus prevents the separation of oil and water, and is available for use. While second, without emulsifier, the oil and water gets separated, hence cannot be used. Moving on to the next slide. What is texturizing agent? The agents used to add or modify the overall texture or mouthfeel of food products. Emulsifiers and stabilizers plays a significant role in modifying the texture of foods. Phosphate and dough conditioners are also widely used as texturizing agents. The ingredient of food texturizing agents are cellulose derivatives, gums, pectins, gelatins, milk proteins, etc. The phosphate apparently react with the protein or starch and modify the water holding capacity of this natural food component. By this process, texturizing agent is used to improve the texture of the food. Moving on to the next slide. Flavors. Flavors are additives that give food a particular taste or smell and may be derived from natural ingredients or created artificially. Flavors come in both natural and artificial varieties. Natural flavors are edible aroma compounds that are found in nature and not made by man. Artificial flavors are synthesized from chemical substances by man and are not found in nature. Basically, the primary function of flavor is to add taste to food, as they have no nutritional properties. The above image is of natural flavors, and the second image is the example of artificial flavors like orange flavor, blueberry flavor, and grape flavor. Moving on to the next slide. Colors. Color additives is any dye, pigment, or substance that impart color when it is added to the food or drink. To make food more attractive, appealing, appetizing, and informative, the colors are added. Color additives include both synthetic substances and substances derived from natural sources. The purpose of food colors are to enhance color that occur naturally, provide color to colorless and fun foods. The color additives are safe when they are used in accordance with FDA regulations. Moving on to the next slide. Sweeteners. Sweeteners are food additives that are used to improve the taste of several foods. They provide sweetness to foods and drinks without adding a lot of extra calories. Thus, they may help with blood sugar control in people with diabetes. The second is thickener. The next one is thickener. Thickening agent increases the viscosity of food preparation without affecting other properties like taste. They are commonly used in soup, sauces, gravies, and puddings. The all-purpose flour is the most popular food thickener, followed by cornstarch and arrowroot. Moving to the next slide. Enzymes. Enzymes are non-toxic protein substances that occur naturally in food or may be produced by microorganisms. Proteins are widely used in baking industries for the production of bread, baked foods, crackers, and waffles. They are mainly used in baking to improve the dough, in winemaking and brewing to improve fermentation, as well as in cheese manufacturing to improve curd formation. So, microorganisms are responsible for producing some of the enzymes desired in food. Thus, the microbes may be intentionally added to the food. Next slide. Conclusion. Additives are needed to ensure processed food remains safe and in good condition throughout its journey from factories or industrial kitchens, during transportation or warehouses and shops, and finally to consumers. The use of food additives is only justified when their use has a technological need, does not mislead consumer, and serves a well-defined technological function such as to preserve the nutritional quality of the food or enhance the stability of the food. So basically, the food additives are added to preserve the nutritional quality, to maintain the stability of the food, and it is safe process when used under proper technological functions. Thank you.